What's up, everybody? We're back here at Z-Fever. Martin is on round 2 of tuning the Skyline. We did the fuel pump, we did the cat delete, we did the fuel pressure regulator, and we did the fuel filter. So fingers crossed that it actually wants to work properly this time. And we get more than 240 wheel horsepower. We're waiting on pizza to get here. We're kind of starving and it's hot outside. We got drinks coming too. Yeah, so we'll get back to you when we start doing the dyno stuff.
What now?
Alright guys, so the turbo took a shit, or it's been taking a shit.
Imagine every like eBay part on the car is failing.
Yeah.
Imagine.
So whenever I was first diagnosing the boost leaks, I found it. I had to take the actual intake off the turbo inlet, and we saw that the blades were all eaten up, but there wasn't any shaft plate or anything, so I thought I was like, okay.
So we never really finished what we were talking about, but I don't know if you can tell where we are right now, but yeah.
Yeah, we're on the side of the interstate because while Martin was trying to get a pull done on the dyno, part of the charge pipe that has the charge pipe setup on this car is stupid. It has like a flange that has a a coupler to it off of the actual charge pipe on the cold side up to the intake manifold, and that's like that little line has a botched up like end fitting on it that somebody put on, and it's also where the bung for the blow-off valve is. So while he was doing a pull on the dyno, that whole like side flange popped off from the coupler and a bunch of oil came out. The car is fine, like the motor's fine and everything. It's the turbo, like it's just a eBay turbo, and yeah. So now we're on the side of the road because it blew off again, and I thought I tightened it down enough with something flat that I was able to use as a flathead, and didn't work. So we are waiting for someone to come with tools because we don't have any tools on us so I can tighten the shit out of that coupler to try getting it to let us make it home. Yeah, don't buy your car from Karuma because they have like,
when you're an import company and you know nothing about the cars that you're importing,
yeah, you're not.
Chances are you're importing cars. So
yeah,
but that's what you get when you like import cars. You never know what it's going to be.
I guess so.
It's a gamble every time.
Or you could literally like jack the car up and pop the like hood and take a look and try figuring it out if you have any kind of like knowledge about vehicles.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm gonna hit them up and see if they're gonna take any kind of responsibility for selling me a Boost
Chinese
great incredible like shifts perfect car.
Yeah.
Because yeah. So that's where we're at. We're gonna get home. I'm going to pop the front bumper off. We're going to take off the whole intercooler. Like the intercooler, the charge pipes are gonna come off. I'm gonna be taking the turbo off and probably taking it over to Boostlab's. Probably tomorrow, since we're definitely not gonna be able to get over there today. Have them rebuild the turbo, because it's like the housing's whatever. It's the internals of the turbo that are like from eBay. So have them rebuild the turbo because it's cheaper than buying like an actual Garrett. And we're gonna clean out. I'm gonna go through like a whole box of brake cleaner and clean out the intercooler and the charge pipes, and then take that flange over to Mikey at VR, and I'm gonna have him make it bulletproof. It's going to have a big ass bead ring around the tip of it, so it will, like, once it's tightened down, it will not come back off. And then we should be good, and then we can actually tune. But Martin is going to be out of town for a week, so next week nothing will be able to happen. So the week after that, we'll be able to go get it tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to Nobody Garage. You just heard what Kibby said, right? So I don't have to explain anything to you guys.
I wasn't recording.
Oh, well then, why'd you talk so much?
Listen to me right now,
Okay.
mister.
Papa!
Watch.
Watch
your profanity.
Watch your profanity.
So, we are getting balls deep. That doesn't demonetize you, right?
Basketballs deep.
Golf balls deep into.
It's kind of like a baseball deep, I would think.
Look at that. That's not.
Yeah, you see that oil?
That's oil.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yum.
Wet.
It's a cup. So, damn, look at that.
You think it's real?
No.
Blitz, real Blitz?
I'm pretty sure it's not. We can look it up, but I'm pretty sure that's not a real Blitz. I think I've seen the difference of like a real one. It's like as bad as like an HKS versus HKS knockoff. Like,
yeah.
Like this is supposed to be a hell of a lot fancier.
Well, all the Chinese garbage, Chinese turbo, Chinese fuel pressure regulator, Chinese fuel pump, Chinese.
I mean, this is working fine.
China.
Like,
Yeah, I'm sure it's working fine.
Some knockoff shit is like whatever. Like if you don't want to pay the money
If
for
it
like
works, it
the
works.
yeah, like.
But so far, none of the Chinese stuff has worked. So
Right. Well, except for that.
if it's Chinese.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So this is gross. That's like
this keeps blowing off.
This is a stupid cap that somebody made for the end of it. But yeah, so it kept on blowing off from here. I don't know if the camera, can you see very well?
Little hump.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see.
So little hump there, and there. They're like nothing. That's not gonna stop anything, especially once it blew off the first time and all the oil got around everything. It made it so that the seal didn't want to work anymore. So we're gonna be taking this. I'm just gonna take all the charge pipes, the entire intercooler setup, including the intercooler, over to my boy Mikey at VR Fabrications, which isn't VR Fabrications. I don't know. He works for somebody else now. But we're taking it over to him, and he's going to clean this boy up, grind her down a little bit, and then weld a nice bead around the whole thing on the entire setup so that the couplers have something stupid aggressive to clamp onto. Like it's going to be, like it'll be difficult to actually get these into the couplers, but that's kind of what you want. But it'll still be round. It'll be beaded, so it's not gonna be sharp or anything. We don't have to worry about it actually like hurting the couplers and making those the weak points or anything. So we're gonna be doing that to the ends. This side, I'm hoping that he has some sheet metal that he can just cut real quick and weld here, so we don't have like some stupid clamp. It'll just be like a nice welded, just boop. And yeah. I don't think that this. Oh. Okay, yeah, and we're 100%, yeah. So we're also going to completely be getting rid of this coupler right here anyways that it was blasting off of. This, I'm just gonna have him weld directly to this part of the charge pipe because this doesn't need to be separate. So that's gonna happen, and then we'll never have the issue there again. But yeah, like there's not really any point. This piping's thick and it's good. Like it's not crap. So I'm not worried about, like I'll probably be running this intercooler and this piping depending on how good the core is. but I don't know. Actually, it's pretty thin. It's tall, but it's thin. I'll probably be getting a different intercooler, but still run the same intercooler piping for like whenever it gets a built motor, because it's good stuff. It just like it fits very well. It just wasn't made properly. So we're gonna fix that, make it actually work well, and we're also gonna be I'm gonna be taking the turbo off the car to send it to Boostlab and have them rebuild it for me. So Skyline's probably gonna be down for like a week, which is fine because Martin doesn't get back from wherever he is going until like a week from now, or over a week from now, 2 weeks from now. So yeah, so we'll get it proper, and it still has a good enough like bass tune. It's not really even tuned, but it still runs fine enough to, once we get all this stuff done, we can still enjoy it and drive it until I get the next tune set up. But then when the next tune gets set up, turbo is going to be good for like the power that it should be good for after it gets back from Boostlab, and the rest of the intercooler piping and everything will be good too. So it's going to be making solid power, which would be cool. But yeah, so I'm going to keep on taking all this stuff off.
New O2 sensors too.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, because those are bad.
Yeah.
You say that you need to space
I got the turbo off of the car, and I took the O2 sensors off of the downpipe. We're gonna head over to Boostlab and drop this off with them and see what they say we should get done to it. Probably just gonna upgrade the internals to like their stuff, cause like fuck whatever eBay crap is in this turbo. Housing's fine, but like the core and internals are just trash. So yeah, we'll see what they say to do, and then we'll get the turbo back whenever the turbo comes back, I guess. And on the way home, we'll be stopping at O'Reilly's and getting new O2 sensors for the downpipe so they can work properly. So yeah, and I went ahead and I cleaned up all of the intercooler piping and put them all in a box. So later on today, we'll be going by VR and having him make about that aggressive of beads around all of them, because this is the only one that actually I feel super comfortable with it not popping off. Every other one is just like, nah. So gonna bag the turbo up real quick and head out. If the bag will let me bag it. Here. Hey everybody, so I'm pregnant. Don't worry about it. So we went to Boostlab, and talked with Kirk, and he said that the turbo was no good. And I'm still looking over there. I'm looking like over there. So he said that the turbo wasn't going to be rebuildable or anything. The turbo was like some weird hybrid of like journal bearing core turbo with housings for a dual ball bearing turbo. So stuff just like wasn't gonna work. There wouldn't be any. He would have to like find the eBay like bullshit that turbo used inside of it to replace it with. And like that would have been time and like money that like I wanted to rebuild a turbo if it was gonna be easy to rebuild. I don't want to like put a bunch of money into a turbo that isn't gonna even be on the car for a while. So anyways, that was a little depressing. And then my water broke, and then I gave birth. And so instead we ended up buying this boy, which is the Boostlab, I almost said precision, the Boostlab 6262. It's not like a precision 6262, it's more relatable to a Garrett, I want to say it's a second gen, it's like a GTX 3581R, or 82R or whatever. Sure. So yeah, so we got this boy instead. We have to do a little bit of fabricating, but we're already over here at VR anyways to get some other stuff done. So we're going to have to cut off the V-band flange from the other eBay turbo because it's way large. It's like a true 3-inch all the way down pipe. So we're going to be cutting that off of the old turbo and welding that on to here to make it work. And then when we get back home, hopefully while we're here, I'll be able to find the coolant lines for the original precision turbo that was on my GTR. So I don't have to like make new stuff and order new stuff. If we can, then I'll be able to put everything back on the car tonight if everything gets finished, or whenever we get everything back from VR. So anyways, crisis is averted, and this turbo is good for running 800 horsepower like safely. So, and that's, I want to be around 700 wheel horsepower. So this is going to be good for now for stock motor, whatever the stock motor can handle, and it'll be good for once we put the built motor in the car, just run the same thing. So I'm happy. It was not as expensive as I thought a new turbo would be, so that's pretty cool. And the guys Ryan and Kirk over there are awesome to deal with. I'm excited for, I mean, I'll probably end up getting a smaller one of these boys for the 240 whenever it's time to get the built KA boosted. So if you're in Central Florida, or if you're not, I would suggest going over and giving them all of your money. So yeah, Boostlab. Like watching me make poor financial decisions and break shit, just, you know, throw a like, throw a subscribe. At least not that. That was a collapse of it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on our Instagram.
And follow my OnlyFans.
And follow Kibby's OnlyFans.
Great.
It's Kibby Media XXX.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Goodbye. We'll be here on the side of the road. Don't worry about us. We're fine.